Can't get this phrase out of my head dash, you are my goddess. Long post. Do I need professional help? So I'm 30M and my GF42F. Do not try to talk me out of my relationship because of the age difference. I will not respond. Have been together since May 2024. It's a long-distance relationship. She's very loving and thoughtful and puts so much effort into our relationship. Whenever we're together, she cooks breakfast and dinner for me every day. If I'm sick or sore from my training, she will take care of me or ride my ass about making sure I take my medicine, whether it be for pain or blood pressure, when we're not together. And she often talks about a future together and recently put together a very thoughtful birthday. Thoughtful gifts, cooked dinner for me, made me a cake and a beautiful birthday card. She's introduced me to her friends and her mother. Father, he lives in Hong Kong, but she introduced me to him via video call. Stepfather and her friends. They all seem to really like me, and she seems quite excited about coming to see me again in February. She's met my family too, and they all love her. So, she's great. We first met in 2023 through an online language exchange program. We started as weekly study partners, then I took a chance, flirted, and things took off. She is teaching me Mandarin, and I am still helping her with English. She has 2 male language partners. One is an old man 70+ years old who lives on the opposite side of the country. He's a non-issue in this. The other guy lives in a neighboring state. We'll call him Person A. My girlfriend is quick to speak nicely of others, men and women, even if she's just met them. Maybe it's because of her sweet and bubbly personality. So I've struggled mightily with how, over the last 6 months, she occasionally mentions Person A and will smile and laugh when talking about him, but it's always about some topic of the language call. And they only talk through audio, they do not do video calls, and they don't have each other's phone number either. Back in August, she mentioned Person A's name, and then it pushed me to finally bring up my insecurity. I sat her down and we talked about it. She was very transparent. She even handed me her phone, without me asking, showing me all the messages between them. The messages were harmless. She even let me text and try to call him, just for fun, from her phone. I even texted the guy from her phone, again, just for fun, asking him questions that I had about his home state, a particular pizza place from a TV show. There was nothing to see, no red flags. So I dropped it. Every once in a while, my mind would whisper and intrusive thoughts would try to pry their way into my head. But that's my problem, not hers. So fast forward to December. She's came to stay at my house for 6 weeks. It wasn't easy, but it was a fun time and a period of growth for us. I came home from work one night. She was cooking dinner, and on the dinner table were her English books and her English notebook for handwritten notes. The book was wide open and contained numerous phrases that were all in random context. There was no flow or anything. Then I saw a phrase that said, "You are my goddess," written in English and I think Mandarin too. It burns me to write this. I thought about asking her about it then and there, but thought this may be a mistake because I don't want her to think I'm an ultra-insecure prick. So I let it go. 10 days later, we're eating breakfast at the table. She opens the booklet up for me to read through various phrases to help her learn, and I was reading their Mandarin translations to help myself. That page contained that phrase, so I just said F it and asked her. Here's what she said. This is my best paraphrase. She was helping this guy, Person A, to learn ways to talk to women, I suppose using Mandarin. And this kind answer I guess makes sense because when my girlfriend came and stayed with me on September, she said Person A told her he was talking to a woman, and then she ghosted him when she discovered he lived with his brother. My girlfriend, being from Taiwan, was surprised and asked me if this is how American women are. In my mind, this is friend zone talk. Also, about 2 weeks after I discovered that phrase written, I told her a bogus idea and said I need to ask Person A something about New Jersey so we can plan our next trip to Princeton. She opened her phone and opened the text dialogue between her and Person A and handed me the phone to let me write something. I then said, "Nah, I forgot what I was going to say." She wouldn't have handed me her phone if they had those kinds of feelings for each other. Lastly, I think even the dumbest cheater would not write down love notes and leave it on plain sight to be read by their boyfriend. Am I overreacting? I know I've got a big problem. Should I continue to try not to worry and seek therapy/professional help?